All right, so here is a problem involving percent. So we're taking percentages of very, very large numbers. In this case, about the government budget is $3.1 trillion, which is to say $3.1 trillion is what we've got. And it's looking to cut its cost. So if they decide to cut the budget by 1%, we're asking ourselves, what is 1% of that amount? And that's key. Because we know that that's of in math means multiplication, so we're looking to multiply 1% times that number. I don't know how to multiply by percentages, but if I turn 1% into 1 over 100 or 1% written as this, then I can multiply. And I know that if I do that and just go ahead and multiply that, I can use a calculator or just know that this is going to be the same thing as 1 times all of this. And we're just going to move the decimal place twice. So it's just going to knock two zeros off of this. So when I go ahead and multiply this out, we're just going to have less decimal. We're going to have less zeros is what's going to happen here. Because it's just 1 times all of this, and then we move the decimal place twice. So we've got 3, 1, 0, 0, and then 3 more zeros. 3 more onto that. And instead of 3 here, we've just got 1. So 1%. So 1% of 3 trillion in a little bit is 31 billion. 31 billion is 1% of that number. So same thing if we want to reduce the budget by 7%. How much did it cost? Well, how much did it cut? Well, 7% of, so 7% is written like this. Of means multiply, so I'm going to take 7% times that number. And if I do that, times 3, 1, 0, 0, 2 zeros, 1, 2, 3 more, 1, 2, 3 more, 1, 2, 3 more. All right, I'm just doing this in my calculator right now. Something went wrong. Let me try that again. 7% times 3 trillion, 100 billion, and that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that is 217 and 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just very large numbers. So 7% of $3.1 trillion is $217 billion. Just multiplication. This one, much trickier. So if the government eliminates $93 billion from the budget, what percent did it cut? So I'm looking for what percentage of $3 trillion, $3.1 trillion, is $93 billion. So basically, like, what number times $3.1 trillion is 93 billion. So if it's a multiplication problem, we can set it up like a generic rectangle here. So something times this equals 93 billion. So I'm wondering how many of these is this? And it's not a full one. It's smaller. So I'm asking myself, well, 93 divided by this should give me that. So how many times does 3 trillion go into that? So I'm just going to do, in my calculator, I'm going to say, well, what is 93 billion divided by 300? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That seems like too many zeros. Do I have too many zeros in this whole thing? It'd be incredibly frustrating if I do. No. God, that's a big number. That is crazy. how big a trillion is. Okay, so doing that, handy dandy calculator, 93 with 9 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, divided by 31 with 8, 9, 11 zeros. And that gets me that number there. So what does that mean? So let's go back here. So that means that 3/100ths of the deficit is this amount here. So that means that this is 3/100ths. So 3/100ths as a percentage is 3%. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that one.